Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm going to share with you today some of my Game Boy related hardware, stuff that I've been picking up over the last couple of years. And as you can see, you're looking at a pimped Game Boy. Look at the state of that thing. Right, what we've got in here is newbie speakers and the Handy Boy and a Game Genie by Galoob. Now obviously these things don't all run together, I've just put them on here just for the effect. But here's the box for the Handy Boy, and that's what it looks like. It's a pretty awesome thing. You've got magnifier, stereo speakers, and even little joystick and buttons, which are absolutely horrible. They're just, all they do is just slot in and press upon the buttons which are already there. It's a pretty low-tech way of doing it. It really doesn't work very well. So what you'd normally do is you wouldn't have this newbie speaker on the bottom. If I can get it off one-handed. No, bear with me a second. Right, there we go. You plug that into the bottom. That is connected to the power supply. Obviously you've got to run this off batteries. You wouldn't have the Game Genie in the top. And yeah, so you've got stereo sound through the speakers, and you've also got a light stroke magnifier which can be adjusted to how you want it. And these also fold up, which is pretty cool. It's made by Joy Plus, and I bought this for like 10 quid because I remember looking at it back in the day and thought that was a really cool little add-on. Look at the width it gives to the Game Boy. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool add-on, but it was about, I don't know how much it was back in the day, like 30 quid or so, and I just couldn't justify buying it. So I picked it up now. Something I very rarely use, but quite cool to have in the original box. Yeah, so I've also got the Game Genie by Galoob, which is a pretty cool cheating device. And another cheating device I picked up a while ago was the Blaze Exploder for 49p from GameStation, which was quite a bargain, I think. It's just, you basically slot your game in here, slot this in the Game Boy, and it's got a load of built-in codes, so you can select which game you want and find a code for it, and they're all built in. There's no need to input them, which is pretty cool. It's also got this cool transparent casing. So for 49p, I thought that was pretty good. I've also got a sort of a standard magnifier with light, which runs off 2 AA's. This newbie runs off 1 9-volt battery, and that works okay. Gives you a bit of a sound boost. So some of my other hardware is this rather nice turquoise Game Boy Color. Now this system has never ever actually been used, and if I can tip it up, there's the battery still sealed. And this was quite a bargain actually. This only cost me 6 quid a few years ago. The Game Boy itself. Right, the batteries come out, but the Game Boy won't. I just pull it out here. It's all still sealed in its cellophane. The screen is absolutely beautiful. You can see that. Not a scratch. It's absolutely beautiful. And I've also got the purple version, which again is in really good condition, practically mint, just not quite as mint and unused as the turquoise one. I picked that up because that's the one I used to own. I always used to own the purple Game Boy Color. Great little console. And we've also got a Game Boy Advance, which I picked up second-hand a few years ago. Nice little console. Again, went for the purple. And really the sort of pride of my Game Boy collection is sitting over here. So I'll get in nice and close so you can see it's super crisp, absolutely mint condition original Game Boy. So we've got diamond service warranty, Nintendo hardware precautions and maintenance, loads of leaflets, Game Boy instructions, Tetris instructions, and we've got Tetris in there. We've got headphones, mint, never opened. We've got 2-player lead, all tied up, never used, and the Game Boy all in its cellophane, absolutely perfect screen, absolutely mint, hardly ever been used. Now this is a little thing I put together. I bought about 3 of these, and they were varying sort of states of completeness and mintness. Like, one didn't have the lead, one had a mint console but no box. So in swapping them all around, like cannibalising them, from the 3 of them, which must have cost me about 70 quid in total, from the 3 of them I've got put together this absolutely mint original Game Boy, which is it's as good as it can be without being sealed in cellophane or something like it must have originally come. So to all intents and purposes it is brand new, which is something I've been after for quite a while. I finally managed to piece this together about a year and a half ago, I think. So this is one of my favourite things in my collection, and I keep this all sealed up and bubble wrapped under the bed where it's nice and safe. Absolutely brilliant to find this in this condition. I remember buying my original Game Boy back in about, I think it was spring '93 I bought it, and this just brings back so many memories of unboxing it. So if I zoom out slightly, there we go. So this is my Game Boy hardware collection. So it's really the good, the bad, and yeah, just the plain ugly Frankenstein's monster of a thing. Not exactly portable. Yeah, so hope you've enjoyed looking at my Game Boy hardware collection, and I'll be putting some more videos of my recent pickups and stuff on soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.